Okay, hi, this is Andre Kent Jr. Startup programs, and I'm going to speak to all three of them that I have. From 2013 to 2017, I expect y'all to ask for no less than $25,000 as a startup. Don't ask for nothing less than anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000 as a startup is what I'm asking you to ask for at the 2013 to 2017 level. At Young and Dumb Startups, you have to ask for a minimum of 50,000, same as on Shark Tank, except you're not on Shark Tank. You're going to be presenting in front of myself personally. Innovative Seeds, I expect nothing less. When you say a startup company, I expect you to be asking for the amount of money that a business owner would ask for. Anywhere from $15,000 to $50,000 at 2013 to 2017 startup levels per individual product, program, invention. I expect you to ask for 25,000 United States of America dollars. Well, I just said 15, but 15, I'm more at 25,000 to $50,000 is what you need to ask for as a startup company. As a startup company, ask for that amount. I'm expecting them to give you 50,000. But at 50,000, don't forget the percentage rate. Let's say they charge you 10%, up to 10%. That's you have approximately $45,000 left that you can play with. But you're not allowed to put it in earned interest, and you have to show me that you're going to bring revenue back. You have to show me you made sales of at least $100,000. For myself personally, $150,000 is what I would request as a startup company. And then when you get up to the higher numbers where they're asking for stuff like real estate, equipment, developer fees, codes, and all that stuff, I expect you to ask from 150,000 up to 250, up to 500,000. I think they increased it up to 500,000 at Y Combinator. I'm at 250,000 at Young and Dumb Startups and Innovative Seeds. About 250,000, anywhere from 150,000 to 250,000 is what I'm expecting them to ask for. But you got to show me revenue return of 3 times that. On Lifeline Leaders, I'm expecting you to pitch your idea. But if we take your idea and we go do it, I'm going to expect them to ask a startup fee of $50,000 per idea and startup. So you might not be bringing more to the table than you think you are. And as startup companies, I've seen a startup company at 5 years and 10 years old, depending on the team shifts, the team changes, the change ups on the team, changing of business model, changing of budgeting, changing of this, changing of that, or upgrading this, upgrading that. A startup company is not something that you throw a few pennies in and you automatically are successful. That don't make you an investor. To be an accredited investor in the United States of America, you have to have a net worth of at least $1 million to invest. Now, they've made other options for others to invest, but that doesn't give you the right as a partial fractional shareholder to just demand everything as a partial fractional shareholder. And it's not all about shareholder and equity. Some of us, even if you want you want somebody to help you build your project or program, they don't want to be doing more work for you than you should be doing for your own company. And so all these startup companies where y'all have cheated them, made them go in debt, made them financially obligated for responsibilities that the company did not allow you to make them responsible for. We were searching for 1 million entrepreneurs a year to do these programs. Not really 1 million. I'm gonna say 1,200 startups a year to do these programs, and then 50,000 to pitch. And on some of the companies, it's like $1 million just to pitch. Not $1 million, but we want 1 million people to pitch ideas and inventions that could bring back hundreds of millions of billions and multi-millions of dollars, not these little penny packing and penny change and well, you're a child, I'm a startup. I wouldn't approve of most of y'all as startup companies. Now that I've asked for a doctor of business administration and entrepreneurship and creative problem solving, I would not approve of plenty of you as parents to startup companies. You don't put up enough money. You don't have the credit access. Some of y'all have never owned your own successful business. Some of y'all have never been a venture capitalist before. Some of y'all have not been an angel investor before. Some of y'all have other people go invest your funds and your finances for you and manage the accounts and stuff. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't take commissions like a financial advisor. I'm a producer, developer, writer, technician who takes commissions and dividends from building a project to completion with a business model, operating agreement, and then allowing an entrepreneur to take it from there and go make the revenue and stuff back that they need that they have necessary. But I'm not approving plenty of you as the parents of startups. I'm not approving you of being startup umbrellas or parents, as most of y'all are individuals with money. That doesn't mean you've ever had a startup business. Doesn't mean you ever had a successful business. Doesn't mean you have the qualifications to teach them. Doesn't mean you have the qualifications to teach an entrepreneur, when most of entrepreneurship is about doing, not talking about it, doing. So if you don't have $50,000 that you can put into one startup company, you would not make a great parent or investor for that startup company, in my opinion. If you don't have if you're doing construction, real estate and stuff, if you don't have 100,000 to put up and you're using somebody else's money, you wouldn't make a great parent to that startup. Because if something ever goes wrong and they're looking for you to give advice as a venture capitalist, an angel investor, as another business owner that's successful, as an entrepreneur that's successful, and they're looking for mentorship, guidance, and advice, how can they come to you if you didn't have 50,000 to put up for a startup, or you thought a startup it costs a couple $100 as a seed? A seed is a couple $100, so you threw it like it won't nothing. Okay, if you were in Korea, $100 ain't no. Let's see what it is. What's that? What's $100 in Korean won? But I do remember telling y'all that you were not allowed to go overseas. You were only allowed to go and do things the correct way. So that's approximately 135,444 won. Okay, I got mine in American dollars. When I first got my first investment and loans and stuff for my original startup company while I was a student in college on campus. I might have lived off campus, but I was a student on campus. I got $100,000 in cash of United States of American dollars, not in other countries. I didn't try to cheat the system, didn't try to circumvent the system, spent all my money up front, made sure to spend all my money up front so they could go back and review that he spent all the money up front. He didn't just go throw it in a bank account and let it accumulate interest and spend. You can't do that. There are rules, there are requirements, there are reasons, because when y'all get in trouble and you go just to any investor or just any person with money and then you look for assistance from them or help from them after you get into a bind or a struggle or crunch, because it's not always financial that's the problem, then as the parent, you're responsible for that entrepreneur because you put up the money for it. You're not supposed to take an entrepreneur's money that they want to put into a company. You're not supposed to take, if they agree to give you $50,000 for your startup company, you take the $50,000 and you spend it all on your startup company. Not giving it to investors, not giving it to your mom and dad, not giving it to your brothers and sisters, not giving it to your aunties and uncles just to show you got it, not to you can use it for marketing and advertising. It's plenty of people that get online like Ty and Grant and all them who show you the physical cash that you can pull out, but it's your job to make something of it. You're not supposed to be flexing the cash. You're supposed to be showing other people that want to lead, that want to follow by example, where you're doing these decisions and investments and stuff, where you can show them proof that you can actually touch the money. But if you ever get in a bind and you're in a situation, you're not supposed to, as the family, you're not supposed to go worry about their money. So all that money's supposed to go into business. You're supposed, through your business, you're supposed to feed yourself, clothe yourself, employ yourself, pay yourself out income and salary, pay your teams, pay your people, not take that money and make it personal and then pay it. Y'all doing too much. You're about to get fired.